Here's a hard truth. Every month you delay raising your rates is a mistake that costs 95% of creatives over $10,000 by year's end. It's that quiet fear that makes you accept a lower price. The one that chips away at your confidence with every invoice you send. Stop letting that voice leave your money on the table. Together, let's build the mindset that finally gets you paid what you are actually worth. Before we dive in, I want to be crystal clear. I'm a financial educator, not a licensed financial advisor. The ideas we talk about here are for educational purposes, to help you build awareness and ask better questions. This isn't personalized financial advice, so please always consult with a qualified professional for your unique situation. Okay, let's get into it. For so many of us, there's a wall in our minds. On one side, there's the art, the passion, the late nights lost in the flow of creation, perfecting our craft. This is our why, the bookie. On the other side of that wall, there's the business, the invoicing, the negotiating, the uncomfortable conversations about money. We're taught, almost subconsciously, that these two worlds must be kept separate, that talking about commerce somehow taints the purity of the art. This mental separation is the root of the problem. It creates a deep-seated conflict that makes us feel almost guilty for charging for the thing we love to do. It's the voice that whispers, if you were a true artist, you wouldn't be so concerned with the money. And so to protect the perceived integrity of our craft, we undervalue the business side. We charge based on what feels fair for our time, not on the immense value, the years of expertise, and the transformative results we actually deliver to our clients. We end up subsidizing our clients, projects with our own financial well-being, all because of this false divide between our passion and our profession. But what if that wall in our minds was never supposed to be there in the first place? What if the most successful and fulfilled creators throughout history understood a simple, timeless principle that merges art and commerce into one powerful, unified whole? That timeless principle is the foundational law of all healthy commerce, and it's called timeless value exchange. It's a concept so simple we often overlook its power. It states that the price of something isn't determined by the effort it took to make, but by the value it provides to the person receiving it. As creators, we have been conditioned to forget this. We fall into the trap of selling our time, the hours spent at a desk, the days on a set. We think, this will take me 20 hours, so I'll charge for 20 hours of work. But your client isn't buying your time. They have plenty of their own time. They are buying a result. They are buying a solution to a problem they cannot solve themselves. They are buying the logo that will give their new business instant credibility. They are buying the video that will make a potential customer feel understood and connected. They are buying the code that will save their team hundreds of hours of manual work. The hours you spend are simply the cost of your production. The value they receive is the impact on their business. And those two things are rarely, if ever, the same. Embracing this mindset is the single most important shift you can make in your creative career. It moves you from being a technician, a pair of hired hands, to becoming a strategic partner. The conversation changes from, how much do you charge per hour, to, what outcome are we trying to achieve together? This isn't about being greedy. It's about creating a sustainable ecosystem for your own creativity. When you price based on the value you deliver, you generate the resources to invest back into your craft, to buy better equipment, to take that masterclass, to afford the time off you need to recharge and find new inspiration. It's how you build a career that nurtures your art instead of one that drains you until there's nothing left to give. This shift from selling time to selling value can feel abstract at first. To make this principle tangible, let's use an analogy from a world we all understand intimately as creators. Think of a master film editor crafting a powerful documentary. They could, of course, bill you for the 100 hours they spent watching raw footage, the 40 hours of color grading, and the 20 hours of sound design. They could hand you a timesheet detailing every single click of the mouse. But is that what the director is actually buying? Are they purchasing the editor's time in a chair? Of course not. They are buying the finished film. They are buying the perfect rhythm and pacing that holds an audience captive. They are buying the one critical cut from an interview to a piece of archival footage, that makes the film's entire argument click into place. That single decision might take 5 seconds to execute, but it's backed by a decade of storytelling experience. Its value has nothing to do with the time it took and everything to do with the emotional impact it creates. The editor isn't selling their labor. They are selling clarity, emotion, and a story that moves people. Their price is anchored to the power of the final cut, not the effort of the assembly. Understanding this intellectually is one thing, but truly internalizing it for our own work is another. So what is the internal switch we need to flip to move from seeing ourselves as laborers to seeing ourselves as the architects of that final, invaluable result? That switch is the decision to stop identifying as a freelancer for hire and start embodying the role of a creative partner. The freelancer waits for a brief, quotes a price based on the requested tasks, and then executes. They are reactive. The creative partner, however, leads. They ask deeper questions to diagnose the client's real business problem, not just their stated request. They don't just build the website the client asks for. They uncover the underlying need for more sales leads and then design a strategic solution to achieve that result. This isn't a change in your skills. It's a change in your posture. You move from being an order taker to a trusted advisor. This reframe gives you the permission you were waiting for to discuss outcomes, to talk about ROI, and to anchor your price to the massive value you create, not the hours you clock. You stop being a line item on their expense sheet and become an investment in their success. Ultimately, this is the core of the six-figure mindset, moving from a passive artist hoping to be paid to a proactive professional who directs the value conversation from the very start. So let's bring all these pieces together and outline the blueprint for making this your reality. So here's the blueprint in its simplest form. Stop selling your hours and start selling outcomes. See yourself not as a technician executing tasks, but as a strategic partner solving real business problems. This isn't about changing your craft, it's about changing the conversation around it. By anchoring your price to the immense value you create, you build a sustainable career where your business fuels your art, rather than draining it. This is a profound shift, and it starts with a single step. I have a question for you. In the comments below, share the one specific way you can start framing your work in terms of value instead of time on your very next client call. Your insight might be the breakthrough someone else needs to hear. If you're ready to keep building a more profitable and fulfilling creative life, make sure you subscribe. We're just getting started on this journey together.